With Hasson and Wong, and I have a Dr. Hasson patient here that you people that have done research may know as Nick Nitro on the websites. Nick, I just wanted to welcome you to the clinic, and your results look fabulous, and just wanted to maybe ask you a few questions and get a little bit of your perspective on how you found us and the start of your journey and how everything worked out for you.
I started researching hair transplants in 1994, and that was really before the growth of the internet. So you had to go to clinic, drive, and I wasn't too impressed. And then in the early 2000s, the growth of the internet really took off, and I found several websites, and I happened across a fellow many of you know, Futzy Head, and he spent quite a bit of time with me. I did more research at that point on Hasson and Wong, and learned that there were no complaints, that your customers were satisfied, your patients were satisfied. There were no online posts that were negative. Obviously you have competitors that are going to try to always put a slant out there, but you can see through that. The patients that had done work, had work done by Hasson and Wong, were very excited, and the results spoke for themselves. After looking at a lot of results from Hasson and Wong and comparing them out, knowing I really needed a mega session, decision to come in 2004 and have my first session, which at the time was fairly large in the industry, 6,279.
So you had a pretty big size surgery the first time, and that probably gave you a pretty huge cosmetic change, but you wanted to have a little bit more in the crown for the second procedure. How did the first procedure work out, and did that pretty much change things pretty dramatically for you, cosmetically?
Cosmetically, yes. I mean, in my 30s when I had my hair loss, I felt like I was 50 years old. And once the hairline started growing in, it motivated me to get healthy, go to the gym. And I felt at that point more like a guy in my 30s instead of being my mid-40s. So we made the decision to come back and go for hair transplant number 2, thicken up the hairline and really work on the crown. And it brought me to 10,400-ish total grafts.
One of the rare guys that have had over 10,000. You had mentioned earlier that you kind of use this as kind of a motivational tool to kind of get back in shape and change some things.
Sure. I mean, I'm closing in on 50 years old, and I feel more like I'm in my 30s. I'm in the gym 5 days a week, and when I came through the door here, I was 27% body fat. Today I'm 12% body fat. I think my overall appearance back when I was bald really, I wouldn't say depressed me. Life was good, but I certainly didn't see in the mirror my age. It made me look a lot older than really what I was. So this has been a huge transformation for me, and this was the catalyst.
Any message out there for prospective patients that are looking for a hair restoration? Your thoughts on our clinic and what you'd say to someone that is thinking about a hair transplant?
I would say to you today that hair transplants are not what you heard about in the 80s. That the technology is superb. Most people in their mind think about the stuff that happened in the 80s with hair transplants. They still want to refer to it as plugs, and I'll say no, it's not plugs. Look at my hair. Take a comb and comb through it, and they just can't believe it. If you come here and they give you advice that you're good to go, you should listen to them. That the results are going to be excellent because the 2 doctors here are world class.
As far as your reaction that you've gotten from friends and family and maybe coworkers, any reaction? Do people notice? Do they? What's your overall impression of when people see you or talk to you about it?
Well, for very close family and friends, they obviously know that something was done, but they can't believe it. They'll want to touch it. Friends that I see or family that I see intermittently, they always say, there's something different about you. You've lost weight, you've changed. Did you color your hair? Something. They can't really put their finger on it. The girl that cuts my hair, she has no clue. I started going to her about 14 months ago. I actually had to show her my photographs of my surgery, and she's just blown away by it.
You had touched on a little bit of your journey to get here. Was there anything that maybe set Hasson and Wong apart from other clinics, or anything that you discovered along the way that might have been some differences that kind of ultimately led to your decision?
Well, number one would be proven results. I don't look for a medical practitioner with slick advertising and a big marketing campaign. I want to go in and have someone that's down to earth, that's going to take the time to talk to me on my terms, not medical terms per se, but I want to see results. I want to see patients, and just big budget advertising with patients that I can't determine whether or not they're real or they're just actors or actresses. It's not going to do it for me.
What was your overall experience the day of surgery, comfort level, and was it everything you expected?
Well, first, I mean, you don't know what to expect. It's the unknown. But pain management was handled excellent. There's always going to be a little bit of discomfort with needles and Novocaine, but again, they're not a big deal. I think it's the fear of the unknown that bothers most of them. If they can handle getting, blood drawn, getting a tetanus shot, whatever it may be, a needle, they can come here and take care of it.
Well, we appreciate you spending a little time with us. Your hair looks awesome. I'm really thrilled for you, and good luck in the future. I don't think we need to see you anymore, so it was good to see you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure coming back.